Hello. So, yeah, we're gonna get into TAiLS. Press the button. I pressed the button.
What button you press?
Add button. TAiLS versus Billowy. So it's 1-1 currently. So mid-series. But the winner of this will face Hydra, which we just watched. Beat Beyond. Again,
Cool.
top 8 advance. So Hydra only has to beat one of these guys, and he's donezo.
Yeah, I mean it's a short qualifier bracket, really shorter than we expected. It kind of works out well because in a couple hours we got the whole WCS cast. But I think this is kind of cool because first off, we see TAiLS and Billowy all the time now in our Corsair Cups and our weeklies. So it'd be really interesting to see if their play styles, attitudes, and like we'll say even as far as to go determination change now that they're on their home server playing it at a time that's actually appropriate to them instead of in the middle of the night.
Yeah, or European Cups. Yeah. TAiLS is, yeah, he's not really been all that impressive in our European Cups. Billowy a little more so, for sure. But it's 1-1. So maybe TAiLS does feel better when it's an okay time and an okay server. New Gettysburg is going to be the last map in this PvP, if you didn't know. There's two zealots facing each other, kind of differently colored, I suppose, a little bit.
You know, I was actually going through old VODs last night, and I forgot that load screen used to look so different. It didn't have like the cool art on it and everything.
Hells yeah. I mean, go back to 2011 BattleNet, am I right?
Oh my god, that bright blue overlay.
Yeah, people used to mod it too, so they could have something different than the TAiLS background. Good times. Alright, new Gettysburg is tied up 1-1. We did not get to first see the two games English. In the bottom left as the blue Protoss, he is Billowy.
And of course, spawning opposite the bottom side, we do have the red Protoss TAiLS. Now, TAiLS and Billowy, I feel, are two different tiers of player. Both are not exactly like top tier in general. No offense to either, as they don't win a lot of like these cups, even the weeklies we play in. But TAiLS has been looking better. There was a time where I would roll my eyes at casting tests. We know how this is gonna go, right? He's looking a little bit better. I still think I'd rate Billowy a little bit above him though. But the fact that this is 1-1 just already makes this so interesting to me, even though I have no idea how the last two games played out.
Yeah, I would rate Billowy a lot higher, actually, than TAiLS, based on their performances a lot in the European Cup, I suppose. But even the Alima League, which is also a decent time, and of course in the Korean server. But yeah, maybe TAiLS just really good at PvP. Maybe he got lucky with the hidden Dark Shrine. I have no idea. Maybe he's actually like super Gosu, and he just keeps getting unlucky whenever we cast him. Maybe he gets nervous. I wouldn't think so, though. TAiLS, I mean, as much as we, once upon a time rolled our eyes at him participating, he's been in the scene for a very long time. He's gone through, bouts of, extreme good, basically. I mean, all the teams that he's been on, and, of course, I guess to this point, which is not really full-time pro gamer, and has even, more ups and downs. But, people used to love this guy. God, I don't even know. I actually can't recall when his last super big upswing was. Probably 2013, 14, but
Yeah, a long time.
he has been playing StarCraft for a long time. Billowy, I guess, you have to recognize him by his older name, which I forget what it is right now, to be honest. I'm actually gonna look that up. I'm a little curious as we watch his pylon go down. Lure, that's right. Yeah, so this guy was Billy was a B-teamer for a super long time, and had a couple of, I guess, genius moments. I think he's actually made a name for himself more as Billowy than he ever did for Lure.
I'll tell you what, at least for us, that's been the case.
Yeah, Lure he's been, I think, a year for 4 or 5 years, only Billowy for 1 or 2.
Isn't that the name of the guy who, Omicron first CI8, Futurama?
Lure!
Lure!
Yeah. They need
Lure and Nanunda.
They need a Baker Street 2458 for 26-month resub. It's almost a full year. Wait, what?
As we can see, this is going to get really interesting. In the top right, we've got that Dark Shrine proxy, it all hidden off, not going to be easily scouted. On the left side, TAiLS putting on its own gateway because he wants to get aggressive with Blink.
I'm pretty sure the Dark Shrine build counters
Yeah, because
Those
when you go this direction, there's no detection with it. If you
Yeah,
open with a
no
Stargate,
detection.
you got an Oracle. If you open with a Robo, at least you got the Observer. Unless he blindly puts down something soon, which is the case. Sometimes you see the Robo come down, War Prism and all that, but he's not, and this looks bad, Zombie Up. This looks really bad.
It does, yes, it does. Billowy, of course, like, this is very funny, right? Like, he's oddly enough the one to get the Robo first. I mean, what TAiLS is doing is really not the most common. Okay, it's really, really not that common anymore. I was gonna say a little bit of pressure with Stalkers and then into a macro game, we've seen that before, but to go for like an entire 4-gate is so Wings of Liberty.
This is, it's been a long time since we've seen pretty much what is a build order loss, but that's essentially what we're watching.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta consider there's a lot of things that TAiLS is risking here. Not just a Dark Templar rush, which is literally going to kill him, but even like an Oracle rush, right? You don't get a Mothership Core with this, you send all of your Stalkers to the other side of the map. Like, a lot of things would kill TAiLS. And the fact that he was able to so easily cancel that Nexus might be a little suspicious to him. He'd be like, oh, there it is. Yeah. There's nothing you can do. There's actually nothing you can do.
Yeah, if he tries to put down a Pylon or a Robo, the DT's just going to focus it.
Okay, there's
maybe
one thing.
Maybe?
There's one thing you can do, and
Nothing.
I think at the time
DT
is...
defends.
Well, no, because he could proxy a Robo, but instead he warps in 2 more Stalkers. Because then it gets into a really weird base trade where, like, you try and do as much fight as possible.
That's true, because like the probes at the Watchtower wasn't actually rallied home like it sometimes is, so that would have been past tense an option. I think a little too far gone now. Even Billowy is aware that this is not too bad. He pulls the probes. He's just trying to get these swipes. I mean, look at the back at home. Like, he's losing everything back at home. TAiLS is dead.
It's a literal base race, but don't forget that, well, TAiLS is a proxy, Billowy does too. So
Billowy can also build a Nexus elsewhere if he needs to
he's got enough minerals, so he sends his probes away.
The Stalkers are just going to eventually die this DT anyways. There's just no way. Like, even if they stutter step and blink perfectly, they're still going to take swipes.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know. Like, if this came to a race, like, let's assume that the Stalker might come so perfectly like what we just saw there, right? Like, that nothing would actually die. Is there a way to actually win this? Probes get pulled on top of them. Oh, they find the proxy.
Yeah, especially
There's a DT with them. He pulled one of the DTs back.
Yeah, so it's still a literal base race, so you still about last buildings being caught here. If he had all of his Stalkers, he didn't lose them to the Immortal and the Dark Templar swipe, he uses another one. It's closer, but still in favor of the DTs.
I love this DT, by the way, from Billowy, scouting the outer rims of the map, looking for that extra base.
Yeah. No, it's it's funny, but that's it. GG.
I mean, I love those sort of weird games. It's really not often we get to see them in Legacy of the Void anymore. So nicely done by Billowy. He'll go on to fight against Hydra. With any luck, we'll be casting that one next.
Yeah. I already went to a break though. So. Hi. It's downtime. I'm actually gonna be right back once I tell Billowy. Not TAiLS. That would be awkward.
Wait. Did you just open a break screen with like no announcement?
What? No.
I'm confused.
I said we just went to a break, so now it's just... And then I did an awkward dance.
Yeah, I thought you meant like you just threw up a break, like Rifkin, shut up, I'm playing ads now. Like, you shut your fucking mouth, Rifkin.
Jesus.
Alright, well, I can stall for a bit of time here because I guess this is the only thing I'm good at right now. Talking about stuff during the downtime. Number one, in 1 hour and 50-ish minutes from now, we got the Copa Intercontinental Day 2 qualifiers. Those are going to wrap up as quick as we can. But this qualifier, I'm not sure if it'll run right up to that, if it'll end a little bit earlier. Truthfully, it's a bit of guesswork. So we'll go through as much of this as we can. If we can't finish the qualifier, we'll at least have seen several of the qualification matches. Again, we're casting Billowy versus Hydra. That's an important match. Stuff like that. So we may see some stuff in the other cup, or the other cast today, excuse me, if this goes back to back, and that will be perfect. Otherwise, there might be a little bit of downtime in between. Second to that, like I said, follow my channel, but also follow the BaseTradeTV channel if you're not already. Hello, new people that might be tuning in, as we do cast StarCraft 2 quite often. It's going to be a couple more days of just straight StarCraft action. I personally am going to be gone to PAX in the first week of September, but Zombie Group and I have been trying to work on setting some stuff up so that while I'm gone, you guys still have some awesome stuff to watch, some new content, and even considering doing something on the balanced test map, which is what I'm going to segue into. So my question to you all, we had a couple of people approach us recently about, and I'll bring this up later on in the cast later today as well. This is actually something I want to get some feedback from you guys on. So please, if you have thoughts, if you have opinions, don't just nod your head. Write them in Twitch chat. Even if it's no, even if it's yes, please write something if you got a voice. But we want to host some tournaments on the test maps, right? See what the new stuff looks like. Our problem is, well, we technically have money to spend for it. We also know there's people who really want to throw money at it. So the question is, do you guys want to see like one semi-big, interesting, whatever, like let's put a price tag of like say $300, like just once off tournament? Or would you rather see a series of tournaments on the test maps, like 3 $100 cups versus 1 $300 cup? Is kind of the idea here. Let me know your guys' feedback, because we got some time. We're planning out September and we have a lot of spare time.
Until some tournament comes in and just
right, last second, all that good
it
stuff.
all out.
Anyways, last thing I guess we'll talk about before we toss off to a break, because we're still waiting on players to finish things up. Just check out all our sponsors down below. The stream's not over, guys, and I know normally this is what we do at the end of stream, but make sure to check out chairsforgaming.com if you live in North America, chairsforgaming.ca if you live in Canada specifically. Promo code BaseTradeTV, save you some money if you want to buy one of these wonderful chairs. Corsair's got all their cool equipment, and they've got some really awesome stuff they're unveiling at PAX. We actually got some secret stuff we can't talk about or show on stream, but it's actually pretty cool. Some new toys are always nice. So yeah, check out the Corsair links down below. The links specifically tell them that you came from BaseTradeTV. So again, those links, click them. G2A, buy games for cheap. Promo code BASE. I think everyone knows how that works. And then last but not least, with the Yord Wood Watches and all of our sponsors we're working with to do some really cool stuff potentially in the near future. So really keep your ears to the ground on that regard. But I guess we'll go to a small break while we are stuck waiting in limbo time for a bit. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon with the next match ASAP.